Hello guys, welcome back to a new video and to a new NQ market review and trades recap. So as always, I'm gonna go through today's price action, the trades that I took, right? And this one was also based on the strategy that I shared. So what I'm doing lately is, if I don't find a trade on 9:30, then I'm gonna go back after 10:30 and look for a trade. But most of the days, in the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm finding a trade at the 9:30 open, right? So you can see it here. It can be done in a matter of 10 minutes. And also I want to talk about an important subject, a problem, right, that causes most of our trading mistakes, right? And very few people talk about it. And I deducted this from the messages that I receive on my Twitter accounts. I receive a lot of messages about people telling me about their problems or their mistakes or why they can't follow their trading plan, right? And when we trace back the mistakes that they did, they all lead to this problem that I'm going to talk about in this video. So I'm going to talk about it after the trades breakdown, right? So watch till the end because you're going to really want to hear this. So you can see that the trades was here, a long position from here. Let's go to trading view and see how that looks like. So as always, the trading or the 9:30 setup is you put the vertical line here and you see what's going on before 9:30 and you want to trade and you want to take a trade in that direction. So here what happens is that we are in a range, right? And in a ranging environment, I like to look for trades either here at the bottom of the range or at the top of the range. Sweeps here, break of structure here, I'm not interested. So at 9:30, price was trading at this extremity, right? Now let's zoom in. So what happens is that we traded below this once. This was at 9:27, and I thought to myself, okay, this was a sweep. At 9:30, if price trades below or above this, I'm gonna take my entry, but I'm gonna put my buy stop here before it even trades to it, like this, and then I'm gonna take price to the upside. But what happened is that we have another sweep at 9:30. So now my level changes from this to this, right? So I'm basically looking for levels that if price trades above them, we're likely to continue to the upside. So it becomes this one right here. If we trade above this, this is the high that put in the low here or here. Okay, so if trades above this, we're gonna take price higher. So that's exactly what happened. So I put my buy stop here and price took me with it. Since this is a range, I only took 1 hour, so just above this right here. And that's for you is the easiest strategy that you can find on the 9:30 open, right? Very few moving parts. All you have to do is to determine the state of price before 9:30. We are ranging or trending up or downside, and you want to trade in that direction, right? If we are ranging and we swept the low, you're looking for a long. If we swept the high, looking for a short position, right? And that's it. And then again, looking for that level that if price takes it, price is likely to continue in that direction. And that's it. That's a whole strategy. And now the thing that I wanted to talk about, that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, is the number one reason of our impulsive decisions and mistakes in trading. So the other day I was talking with one of my followers in Twitter. So he DM'd me and he was sharing his problems, right? And he was talking about how he always makes the same mistakes over and over again. Sometimes he has one good day or 2 good days where he follows his plan to the T and he's so disciplined, and then the next day he makes those same mistakes from the past. And those decisions, those mistakes lead to losses, and then it's like a domino effect. One loss leads to another loss, and then to another, And so one problem leads to another problem, right? And eventually he blows his account, and it happens all the time, right? So we were talking, and he thinks that those impulsive decisions or those times where he doesn't follow his plan are the problem itself. So he's trying to find solutions to follow his plan. Like, how do I stick to my plan? How do I stay disciplined? How do I reduce the mistakes I make in trading? But here's the thing, those are just the symptoms. And when we really analyzed the problem together and dug deeper into the conversation, we realized that those are just symptoms of a bigger issue, right? There's a root cause of why he keeps making those mistakes. And we found out that boredom is the reason behind them. So, boredom, you might not realize it, but it's pretty much the number one reason why we lose in trading. And I'll tell you why. Trading is very, very boring, right? And with today's life being so overstimulated, trading becomes harder and harder every decade. And I promise you, with all those tools that you think you have now, like journaling apps, backtesting apps, trading is getting harder, not easier. In our lives, everything is fast nowadays. Everything is moving quickly, right? Everything is overstimulating to the brain. And when we try to go with the same routine in trading, it simply doesn't work and everything goes down. And when we analyze his mistakes and his impulsive trades, we found out that most of the time those trades happened later in the day during his trading session. So he would open the trading session, right? And he wouldn't find a trade in the first hour or two, and then he would start making those impulsive decisions. But on the disciplined days where he followed his plan to the T, we found out that those trades were taken in the first hour, the first 2 hours, and then he would close the charts. So you can see that the more he progressed through the session without taking trades, the more likely he was to take impulsive trades that were outside of his plan. And the transition from the state of looking for a trade that's part of your plan to the state where you just want to do something, where you want to participate in a move, that transition is so smooth that you might not even be aware of, right? You think that you're looking for a trade inside of your plan, but actually you're just looking for a trade to take action. And most of the time, you will find a reason to take action. You will justify that setup, even if it's not inside of your plan. And you can't really be aware of it unless someone talks to you about it, unless someone points it out, or unless you analyze the data like we did. So, and boredom isn't just a problem related to trading. It's a universal thing. Like even addictive behaviors, most of the time people do those things because of boredom, not because they want to, but they need that stimulation. Their day-to-day life is so dull that they need that extra stimulation. So that's why a lot of psychologists advise their patients to find a hobby, something that they're really passionate about. So that's when they do it, they forget everything else. So they get that stimulation from that new positive hobby, right? And you can see here that they're trying to kill the boredom itself, and that's the root cause. So instead of trying to cure the symptoms, they're looking for a solution, or they're trying to find that root cause of the symptoms. So in summary of what I said, there is 3 or 4 points that I want to highlight. First of all is dopamine, right? Drive us to seek rewards, even when trading conditions aren't in our favor. Even if there's a good chance that we're going to lose money today, we tend to seek that reward, that action. And that's just how the brain works. And the second point is that the more time you spend on the chart, the more time you spend sitting in front of your screen, the harder it becomes to make clear and rational decisions. And the longer you sit there, the more likely boredom will get you. And you will make impulsive decisions eventually. And the third point is boredom makes us cherry pick data, right? We try to justify taking a trade even when it's not aligned with our strategy. And you will always find a reason and you will always think that you are trading inside of your plan. And again, that's so subtle. That transition is so smooth that you won't even be aware of. So there's a few things that you can implement to fix this, and I encourage you to go and look for the solutions for yourself. I have given you the problem, right? And that's the hard part in trading, right? The problems are so subtle and hidden, so solutions are easy to find. So what you can do is you can take breaks after every 30, 45 or an hour. Take a break and go do something else, and don't just sit at your desk, because again that will lead to boredom, and it will lead you back to opening the charts again. So go do something you love. Another thing is when you open the charts and realize that today's price action isn't likely to give you a trade later in the day. So especially if you're trading on the 15-minute chart, so you know that if the trade is going to present itself today or not. So now you can go and do something else. Exit your room, work out, go outside. Because if you stay at your desk after making that decision, there's a good chance that you will come back to the charts and start looking for something again. And there's even a better idea. You can go and find something else to focus on. So you started trading to make money, right? But if you push it too hard, if you demand money from trading by sitting in front of the chart every single day, all day, you won't get it. That's how it works. It is as simple as that. So you can go and find something else that make you money, something else you can build. Find another passion, another subject. I'm not talking about quitting trading, no. I'm talking about when there is nothing on the chart. Alright? So that's why you don't put all your pressure on trading. If you open a chart, there is a setup, you take it, that's it, and you close the chart and go do something else. If not, you can go and build something else. Again, you think that putting 8 hours in front of live charts every day, that's gonna make you money. That's not how it works. And I guess you realize that by now, if you have more than 2 or 3 years in trading. You realize that sometimes you open the chart for 10 minutes, you find a trade, you take it, it's a winner, and you close the charts. And sometimes you sit in front of the chart for 8 hours, and then you end the day with enormous losses, right? So less is more. Now, I hope you found this video informative. If you have any other questions, you can always DM me in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below, and I will answer you as soon as I can. Now, happy trading and good luck.